What did imperialism do? Causation in the Imperial Age. AP World History. Topic 6.8. Imperialism made a tremendous impact on the world from 1750 to 1900. This period saw major changes. Here's how to understand these changes. The British Industrial Revolution revolutionized manufacturing, with innovations like the steam engine, leading to mass production and a surge in wealth. However, this wealth was not evenly distributed, with workers often facing harsh conditions. Across the Atlantic, the United States experienced its own industrial boom, symbolized by the rise of figures like John D. Rockefeller in oil and Andrew Carnegie in steel. This was industrial capitalism, which boosted economies, but often at the expense of social equity. Britain, seeking to balance trade deficits, forced opium into China, leading to 2 Opium Wars and unequal treaties that opened China to Western influence. In Africa, the Berlin Conference of 1884, where European powers divided the continent without regard for local tribes or histories, starkly exemplifies the scramble for Africa. These events highlight how industrialized nations use their power and global influence in the expansion of empires, often disregarding the impacts on the indigenous population. In the American Revolution, 13 colonies broke away from British rule, inspired by ideas of self-governance and liberty. Similarly, in Latin America, figures like Simón Bolívar led movements against Spanish colonial rule, resulting in the creation of independent nations. These revolutions were driven by a desire for self-rule and a resistance against external control, reshaping the political landscape of the time. The revolutions in new nations were an unintended consequence of imperialism. Transatlantic slave trade, forcefully relocating millions of Africans to the Americas, was harrowing. This mass movement of people had profound cultural and demographic impacts. Additionally, the Irish potato famine in the 1840s led to a massive influx of Irish immigrants to countries like the United States, showcasing how economic and environmental crises spurred migration. The profound changes in migration altered and still alter the world. Through these examples, we see the multifaceted impacts of imperialism. From the rise of industrial capitalism, changing global economies and social structures, to the expansion of empires, reshaping political boundaries and cultural landscapes, to revolutions forging new nations, and migration patterns altering demographic compositions worldwide. Can you think of examples or effects of imperialism that we missed? Tell us in the comments, like the video, and subscribe.